Hi, my name is Elisabel, and I'm going to take you through a quick 30-minute workout on the Transformer Core Collab at-home reformer. Let's get started. We're going to start by bridging. So with all the springs on, let's go ahead and lay ourselves down. With our heels on the foot bar about hip width distance apart. And inhale, start rolling your hips up, articulating your spine. Now roll yourself back down. Inhale, press up with your hips. Exhale, bring yourself back down. Remember to articulate your spine, and when you reach the top, keep your pelvis tucked. Your belly button is to your spine, and you're standing in your hands. If you find a sticky spot in your back, stay in there a little bit longer. All right, for this next one, press up, float your right leg, and continue bridging. Articulating our spine still, inhaling when we bring ourselves back up, and exhaling to bring ourselves back down. We're doing a full bridge, so make sure that when you're coming back down, your hips are following, and we're restarting the position. Stay up, lengthen your right leg to the ceiling, continue bridging. For 3, 2, 1. Stay up, lower and lift your leg towards the foot bar. 2, 1. Bring your leg back to the foot bar and roll yourself back down. Let's do that to the other side. So roll up, float your left leg now, and continue your bridge. Keeping our pelvis tucked and our abs engaged the entire time to protect our lower back. 3, 2, 1. Now lengthen your leg, continue bridging. 3, 2, 1. Stay up, lower and lift your left leg. 3, 2, 1. All right. Return your foot back to the foot bar and roll yourself back down. We're going to roll up and change your springs to take off a yellow. So we have 3 reds and a blue. Okay, we're going to start in our Pilates V. So balls of our feet, toes are on the foot bar, separated, fists distance apart, and heels are together. Inhale to press it out. Exhale to bring yourself back towards the foot bar. Okay, inhale, exhale, inhale, press it out. Exhale to bring yourself back in. Only let your legs separate, shoulder width distance apart, standing in our hands. 5, 4, Close the carriage. When you come back in, 3, that was 2. And this is our last one. Bring yourself back in. Feet are parallel, legs are parallel and touching. Go to the arches of our feet. So make sure before you press out that your toes are curling over the foot bar as if you're a bird on a perch. So inhale, press it out. Exhale, bring yourself back in. Inhale, exhale. And actively curl your toes over the entire time. If you haven't noticed, this is a very classical sequence, as we're next going to go into heels. So 2, 1, bring yourself back. Heels are now on the foot bar, legs are still in parallel, and flexing your toes to our nose. Toes to our nose. Inhale, press out. Exhale, bring yourself back in. Inhale, exhale. When you close the carriage, imagine that you're standing on a wall. So keep your feet flexed the entire time. And last one. All right, let's grab our loops. Before we do that, let's change to just one red spring, and we're gonna go into our hundreds. So bring your hands to the smaller loops. Float your legs into tabletop. Hands are to your ceiling, arms to the ceiling, straight. And we're gonna curl up. In 3, 2, 1, inhale, curl up, and start beating your hands as if you're beating a drum. Remember, this is more of a breathing exercise more than anything else. The only reason your neck and your head is lifted is because you are engaging your abs. This helps you prevent any neck strain that you might experience. One more set. And lower your head to your neck. Replace your feet into the loops, into the larger loops. Make sure that when you're putting your feet into the loops, you're actually lifting your hips. So feet to the loops, not loops to the feet. Bring them to the arches of your feet and straighten them out. Pilates V, and just bend your knees for frog. We're stopping right above our hips when we bend our knees. And they're only shoulder width distance apart. Inhale, bend it in. Exhale, press it out. Remembering to stand in our hands. Keep our abs engaged. Keep your hips heavy as well to protect your lower spine. Okay. Now I'm going to bring my legs over my hips and just go for circles. So inhale, circle your feet down. Exhale, bring your feet back up so they're over your hips, and again. Inhale, down and out, maybe at the bottom. Inner thighs are like magnets, bring yourself back up so they're over your hips, and restart. Squeeze your inner thighs the entire time, especially when they're coming back together. Your legs are coming back together. And reverse. All right, let's go ahead and take these off. Gonna lower foot bar all the way down. I like to put the pins back in so I don't lose them. All right, I'm gonna add a red spring. Ideally, hundreds are on 2 red springs, but just to spare us from getting up again and changing springs around, I left it like that. But since we are already up, we can change it. All right, leg to tabletop. Arms are straight up to the ceiling. Inhale into your ab curl as you straighten your legs out and bring your arms down to your hips. All right, so your legs are straightened out, your arms are lengthened, you open, close your legs, bend your knees, and then your arms. Again, straighten out, open, close, bend knees, then arms. And when you lengthen your legs out at the same time as your arms, curl a little bit higher. Three, stay strong. 2, and last one. Lower yourself down. And I'm just going to put the loops to the side, hug your knees in, rock side to side. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead, leave our foot bar down. We're going to go into our long box series. All right, so we're going to face the back of the reformer, take a red spring off, and we're going to lay down on our stomach. This is called prone. Okay, so hands through the loops. Well, before we do that, make sure that your boobs are not hanging off if you have them, that the edge of the box is in between your breasts and your collarbones. Now, to make sure that our pelvis is heavy, you simply just have to engage your glutes, like that. So you tell when my pelvis isn't heavy because I'm not engaging my glutes, like that. Hands through the loops, and you're gonna choke up on the taped up part. We're gonna first go into pulling straps. So we're gonna lengthen our arms out in front of us, keeping our arms straight the entire time. Sweep it back towards your hips. And our neck is in line with our spine. And since we are engaging our glutes, our spine should be straight. Do not lift your head near your chest, as this is not swan. Two more. Okay, close the carriage. Now we're going to tee out our arms like this. Okay, tee our arms. Keep our arms straight the entire time. Engage your glutes. Inhale, sweep them towards your hips. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, tee out. Inhale, bring it in towards your hips. Exhale, open your arms out again. Our palms are facing the floor. Keep your legs as straight as you can as well. Okay, one more. All right, close the carriage. Now we're gonna go into a tricep movement. So bring your elbows to your ribs. And you're simply just gonna straighten your arms out for triceps. So your elbows are bent. When you bring them to your ribs, you inhale, straighten your arms out so they're by their hips. So your hands are by your hips. Pelvis is heavy. Two more. All right, relax your head and your chest. Okay, now we're gonna we're gonna remain on our stomach, however, but we're gonna face the foot bar. We're gonna bring our foot bar up as well to the middle hole, the middle setting. I'm gonna add a blue spring so that we are on a red and a blue. I'm gonna bring the box just maybe like 10 centimeters. I'm gonna lay all the way down on my stomach. Edge of the box is in between my breast and my collarbone. Hands are wide on the foot bar and they're bent. Inhale, press it out. Exhale, bring yourself back in. Make sure that your pelvis is heavy as well by engaging your glutes. Your legs are long. Inhale, strain your arms out. Exhale, bend your arms again. Two more. Last one. All right, bring yourself back in. Now we're going to point our elbows towards the floor. Inch our hands a little bit in so that our palms are on the foot bar and wrapped around. Thumb are on the same side as the other fingers. Inhale, straighten your arms out. Exhale, bend it back in. Inhale, straighten out. Exhale, bend it back in. This is our tricep press. Move we did before was overhead press. Keep your glutes engaged. Our neck and our head are in the same line of our spine. So make sure that you're looking at the springs the entire time. 2 more. Last one, and bring it in. All right. I'm just gonna sprawl out over this box. Get a nice good stretch over. Just bend, open your chest up. All right, go ahead and roll yourself off. Not very graceful. Okay, take the box off. We're now gonna go in for a long stretch series, so this is gonna be fun. We're gonna put the headrest at the highest height. Red and the blue, we're gonna stay on that. So in order to mount the carriage for a long stretch, we first do the hand closest to the reformer. That's on first, and then the leg closest to the reformer. Outside hand, then your outside foot. All right, so putting some weight over your arms, and make sure that you're putting your toes onto the very bottom of the headrest. So your hands are wide on the foot bar, foot on the headrest, lean forward to get into your plank. Inhale. Now you can press yourself out. Exhale, bring yourself back in, opening your head to your chest. Again, inhale, press it out. Exhale, open your chest and your head follows. One more time. Open your chest. Making sure to close the carriage the whole way. Don't let your hips hike up. All right. Drop to your knees. We're going for down stretch. Your feet are against the shoulder block. Your toes are curled towards you. First, just remaining kneeling. No hands on the foot bar yet. I want us to tuck our pelvis. Open your chest. Open your collarbones out. And float yourself to the foot bar, keeping that same position. Inhale, press it out. Exhale, bring yourself back in. Inhale, press it out. Exhale, bring yourself back in. And when you bring yourself in, make sure that you're opening your collarbones, your head, and your chest. Make sure that you're closing the carriage all the way. And last one. All right, now we're gonna go for up stretch. Try to do this without moving your carriage at all, but you're gonna place your feet flat onto the carriage, your heels about 3/4 of the way up. And now you can use your legs, press yourself out into the plank, and use your arms to bring yourself back over the foot bar. You reset by sending your weight over your heels. Press your legs out and bring yourself back in with your arms. And then you reset. This is your starting position. Weight over your heels. So inhale, press it out. Exhale, use your arms to bring yourself back in. Reset. And don't swivel your head at all. Your head remains still the entire time. We're going to do one more. Inhale, press it out. And your exhale, bring yourself back in. All right, now we're gonna have our feet flat now on the carriage, back of our heels pressed up against the shoulder blocks. Again, we're gonna still have weight over our hips, over our feet, from our hips. And when we go into elephant, make sure that your toes are lifted, because this is really more of an abdominal movement than a leg movement. So inhale, press it out with your heels kind of. Exhale, bring it back in with your abs. Press it out, in, out, in. And our back is rounded. It's rounded so much as if someone took a scoop out of us. And look at your belly button too, to really get the most out of that. Two more. All right, let's drop to our knees. Okay. Let's go for knee stretch. So the back of our, not the back, bottom of our feet are against the shoulder blocks. Similar like we did with down stretch, tuck your pelvis first, and then float yourself to the foot bar. Now send your hips back towards your feet. And press out with your feet only so much that your knees are directly underneath your hips. So press it out and bring it back in, close the carriage. So let's do that again. Inhale, press your feet out only so much that your knees are underneath your hips. Exhale, bring it back in, close the carriage. Reset. So when we close the carriage, we're back in our starting position. This can go fast. Inhale, press it out. Exhale, bring it in. Out, in, out, in. This is a lighter spring load, so that's why I'm saying we can go faster in this. Two more. Okay. Okay. Well, that wraps up 30 minutes of a full body of movement. So let's finish it off with a roll down. So step off the carriage. I'm going to go over here actually. Okay. Feet are hip width distance apart. Bring your arms overhead. And as if you're diving into a pool, roll yourself down towards the floor. Circle your arms. Let your head hang heavy. Reverse the direction of your circles. Using your abs, roll yourself back up as if you're rolling up a wall. And your head's the last thing to come up, and you're done. We did about a full body workout, I would say, in about 30 minutes, which is great for people that are trying to squeeze in a quick workout, and it's especially great for a transformer. Thanks for watching. You can also follow me at FYP Pilates on Instagram.